Hello, beautiful soul. Valuable show here. I'm your intuitive healing guide sent straight to you from God, the universe, spirit, source, whatever you resonate with. So take your seat at your throne, place that crown on top of your head, and pull up to the winner's table. And here at the winner's table, you have no choice but to thrive and become your highest self. Welcome, my love. In today's message, I wanted to bring to you 5 habits of spiritually intelligent people. So number 1 is you do not allow other people to dictate your reactions or your moods. Like, it's just not going to happen. You don't give out your energy that easily. You don't let things trigger you. Like, you've been through too much to let anybody else just come in and just switch up your mood real quick. Like, let's say like you're in a parking lot and you got your eye on this parking space and you are visualizing just, you're just going to pull up in there and just and get out of your car and go into the store, going about your business, going about your day. But here comes somebody zooming on in and they just steal the spot that you was planning on parking in. You're like, okay, like, well, whatever, like, you just going about your business. You're not going to allow something like that to flip out, and you're not going to act a fool just to get everybody else's attention. You're the master of your own reality. So you're like, okay, well, somebody took the spot that I was thinking of going in. There must be something better out there. Or maybe this is because, when I pull out of this spot, somebody's going to rear end me, and like that, I just avoided that whole situation happening. So you're just like, okay, well, if that happened, it was probably meant to happen. Like, whatever. I'm not going to allow that to make me act a certain type of way. Even if somebody else wants me to. Like, you're just like, no, I'm just going to keep it pushing. If anything, I'll take some notes. Some mental notes on certain things that happen, and because that life is all about lessons. It's teaching you lessons, so you're just like, okay, let me take notes and hold on to this for next time. You're not gonna allow other people to dictate your emotions. Like, no, like, I've mastered my emotions. I'm too much of a high frequency to allow you to bring me back down to that level that I work so hard to get out of. Like, it's not happening. It's not, no, like, I think I'm better than you. It just is what it is. You're like, look, I did the work. That work that people can't see, that inner work, that the real work. Yeah, I did all of that. Be damned if I'm finna let you pull me back down there. Second one is, you're not here trying to manipulate people or trying to one up the next person. Like, that's just, it's beneath you. Whatever is for you is for you. There's no need to compete with anyone. We are all, like, you're like, okay, I know we're all one at the end of the day anyways. And it's all an illusion. This whole thing, this whole matrix, like, we're all here just playing roles. Like, I'm not trying to be better than you. I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm worried about myself and my own life and what I love, the people who I love. Like, not trying to be like, my shoes are shinier than yours. Okay, I got on name brand and you don't. Like, okay, pretty sure that means nothing. Like, you're just too intelligent for that. You're just like, okay, like, why would I allow you to take me out of my spirituality for your reality? Other people's realities, they live in this dog eat dog reality. And you're like, no, that ain't for me. Like, I didn't come here to do all of that. I'm here to help other people take them and bring them up into the 5D, not to come down to your level. And again, no disrespect, not trying to say you better than anybody, but you've done that work, and you know that karma is a real thing. That is a universal law. You could make a mistake and you could do somebody real wrong and turn around and you can apologize for it, but you still gonna have your karma to pay, because that's a universal law. So you're like, look, I'm not for me. I learned my lesson. I'm gonna go over here and keep it pushing and stay in my own reality, because I'm not nobody. I'm in this lane of like peacefulness. I'm not gonna let, like, imagine like you got this straight lane, right? It's peaceful. I love hummingbirds, so you got your beautiful hummingbirds and butterflies and maybe a couple little squirrels here and there, and it's just peace. And you got the beautiful sun, and then here comes somebody with their like Tasmanian devil tornado chaos their lane, their reality, trying to cross yours. You're like, no, you stay over there. Like, no, like, who's trying to compete with that? Like, who wants to one up anything like that? Like, this is peaceful over here. You can't come in my land. Like, you stay over there. So you're spiritually mature. So you're not out here trying to swindle people or get the best of someone because you just know better. You know there's no point in trying to take advantage of other people. Like, it's not going to get you anywhere. You know there's no point in trying to take advantage of other people. Number 3 is you take responsibility for your mistakes. You know that you're a soul having a temporary human experience. Therefore, because we're here to learn lessons, you know that you're going to make mistakes and we learn from them. That's the whole point of being here. We don't have time to, I'm going to start pointing the finger and blaming other things that are outside of ourselves for why we choose to do something or not do something or say something or not say something. It's like who, your time, your time is just way too precious. Like, you're just like, no, like, where they do that at? Like, it's almost draining just talking about it, because I've come from that place and I know there's so many people that are like that like, who don't ever want to take responsibility for themselves, and it's like, isn't that draining? Like, because you constantly want to blame other people, you constantly want to point the finger. Why can't you just simply just be like, like a spiritual person? But that's not everybody's role here, right? But that's why you grow, you evolve, and you learn. But it's like, I know it has to be draining that you're like, well, this happened because of this, and then this happened because of that, and you're like, okay, just say, all right, I made a mistake, I'm gonna take some notes and I'm gonna make sure I don't do that again, because that was really silly. It put me in a bad predicament and I don't want that to happen again. And now you've learned, now you can move on. But we all know when you don't do that, cycles keep repeating. The same thing's going to happen again until you finally learn. So you might as well just be like, all right, okay, I'm taking notes because I'm spiritually mature. We value our time way too much to be wasting it on things that are of low vibration. You've dealt with so much and you've had more than your fair share of toxic people who try to bring you down. Okay, number 4 is you value your alone time. Your alone time is for you to recharge. When you're constantly putting out healing and loving energy, that's work. Like, some people are like, well, it's not like what the Matrix calls work, this 9 to 5, and you just slaving away. Like, no, when you are, again, pouring out that healing and that love energy, that is work. That is taking energy out of you. So you love your alone time, because that's when you get to replenish. You get to have those spiritual baths or do your self-care, paint your nails, tweeze your eyebrows if you're a girl, like whatever it is, like just little things like that. And you love those moments, because you're like, this is where I get to, again, recharge so I can fill that cup back up, because we all know you cannot pour from an empty cup. It's just not going to happen. Like, trust me, like, well, like, when you constantly are trying to give and give and give and give and give to other people, you're just from an empty cup. Like, you're going to just drain yourself. And you're gonna start looking haggard. You're gonna start aging. You're gonna have dark circles, and life's just not gonna be fun, because you haven't taken that alone time to recharge. And that's something, again, that we value very, very much. You need to set those boundaries in order to keep living your purpose. So that's something that you don't play about. You're like, no, I'm gonna have my alone time because I have a purpose to be here on this earth at this very time. And number 5 is your worth. Like, it's just you're that's why you don't allow anything to pull you out of character, because you've been through so much and you've grown so much and you evolved and you've learned so much and you've done all of that healing work. So you're like, I'm not going to let anything pull me out of my character, have me think in a certain type of way, because I know my worth. I know where I am, I know where I'm headed, and I'm not going to let anything come in the way of that, again, because I know my worth and I know my value. So overall, you just know how to carry yourself with class and dignity. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody, because everything is between you and consciousness. You know, it doesn't matter what somebody else thinks of you. It's like, okay, are you my God? Because last time I checked, you wasn't. So you can keep it pushing. Bye. And you know, everybody, or at least they should, anyways, be the main character of their own lives. So if your lane crosses with mine and it's chaos, again, back to, you know, the chaos lane trying to cross yours, you're like, no. Like, you be your main character of that chaos. If that's what you want to do, cool. But I'm going to be the main character over here of this piece. And this is where it's going to stay at. And this is how it's going to stay. Overall, again, you just carry yourself with classic dignity. And if anybody wants to try to question that or try to push your limits, you're like, okay, I'm simply just going to remove myself. I'm not going to sit here and argue with this. I'm not going to continue to let you pull me down out of this frequency. Like, no, I'm just going to remove myself. It's really that simple. But I just wanted to bring you these 5 habits because it's something that a lot of us just carry naturally, and we don't realize that that's not how everybody is. Everybody doesn't operate off of these. They're not spiritual laws, but they're just the blueprint to a lot of us spiritual people, that we just have these habits. And again, a lot of people who don't operate from this high frequency don't carry these type of traits within them. And if yours are a little bit questionable, now you know, okay, now I know what to work on, because I know I ain't going over there. Like, that's not for me. But I know if I'm going to be completely real with myself, because you're taking a seat at the winner's table. And what we do, we're real with ourselves, and we keep ourselves accountable, and we want to be the best version of ourselves. So it's like, okay, you know what? I can work on that, because I do allow sometimes I will pop off, and again, ain't nothing really wrong with that. But sometimes we just want to have that balance, because we have duality. We got that positivity in us and that negativity. We nurture our peace, but at the same time, we know how to protect it. So we love our peace over here. But if you touch it, excuse my language, or not, because maybe this won't be for you. Maybe this video is not for you, but you can't fuck around and find out. Because, yeah, I am a spiritual person. I'm all about love and healing and this and that, but I'm also going to protect it.
The way you speak to yourself is incredibly important, especially on your healing journey. I started listening to subliminals every night, and it has completely transformed the way I think and speak about myself, and my confidence has skyrocketed. Inner Talk offers a variety of subliminals tailored to different areas of self-improvement. You could choose affirmation playlists with either music or nature sounds, with the affirmations playing subtly in the background. This method helps bypass self-doubt and self-sabotage by directly accessing your subconscious mind, allowing positive beliefs to take root effortlessly. If this resonates with you, feel free to check out my link in the description to explore more. And if you feel called to, you're welcome to leave a donation. Your support helps more beautiful souls on their healing journey. And until next time, I love you and the universe loves you.